Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Tuesday morning because we're now 3-0. My last three $1.99 daily best plays on my premium page. We had the Dodgers on the money line yesterday, and they got the job done 7-4. Smith, Muncy, Hayward, and Altman all had multi-hit games. The Dodgers also slugged 4 home runs in that contest. And the good news is, folks, I have another $1.99 daily best play going off here today. And yup, you guessed it, it's only going to cost you just $1.99. And just a friendly reminder, if you sign up for that membership here today on my premium page, you are going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. And of course, if you want to get access to every single premium selection that I give out on that page, if you want it all, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Chairman membership. Chairman members get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you'll also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Now, if you were a Chairman member yesterday, you would have accessed 4 different winners on my premium page. We had the Dodgers as my daily best play, Mariners as my extra daily pick, Braves as my MLB tier package play, and finally we had the Phillies as my Chairman package pick itself, and they all cashed. Now, if you're wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my premium page, well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games or most of the slate in any given sport. And what I do on my premium page is I actually share with you which plays I like the best. And once again, guys, I'm 3-0 my last 3 daily best plays. I'm hitting at 65% my last 17 crowd pleaser teasers. I'm 11-2 in my last 13 MLB tier package membership plays. And finally, I'm hitting at 65% in my last 17 chairman plays on that page. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. Angels, Phillies, 6:40 p.m. East. Philadelphia is $1.65 at home. Totals 9.5. Michael Lorenzen for Philadelphia. Tyler Anderson for Los Angeles. Now, Anderson's got an ERA of 5.35 along with a 1.53 whip. And out of Anderson's last 8 starts, the Angels got the W only 2 times. Now, more recently, the Angels as a team, they've taken the loss in 7 out of their last 10, and they strike out over 9.3 times a game at the plate. Now, they're going to have to face Michael Lorenzen, who's looked pretty good in Philly red. The righty's got a whip of just 1.19 with the Phillies. Now, these Philadelphia pitchers as a whole, they've been very tough to hit against at Citizens Bank Park. They're allowing just 7.3 hits a game in their own ballpark. 6 out of the Phillies' last 10 ball games did get over the number. Meanwhile, the Angels went 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me Philadelphia minus $1.65, over 9.5. Next contest, Yankees, Tigers, 6:40 p.m. East. Detroit is minus $1.20 at Comerica Park. Totals 8.5. Tarek Skubal for Detroit. Michael King for New York. King's been pretty good out of the bullpen this year. Had a couple of starts, but most of his appearances have come in the later innings. Now, the righty King has 82 strikeouts in just 69 innings. He also has an ERA in the low 3s, along with a 1.17 whip. And truthfully, these Yankee pitchers, they've relatively been tough to hit when they travel. They're actually allowing fewer hits a game on the road than any other club in the American League. Now, of course, they're taking on a Tiger team who can't hit for shit. These guys are averaging fewer runs a game than any other club besides Oakland. And in their last 10 gatherings with the Yankees, Detroit's been held to just 2.8 runs a game. Now, the Tigers saw 3 out of their last 4 Tarek Skubal starts stay under the total. They also went 7-3 to the under in their last 10 gatherings with New York. Give it the Yankees plus $1, under 8.5. Next game, Rays, Marlins, 6:40 p.m. East. Miami's minus $1.20, total 7.5. Sandy Alcantara for Miami, Aaron Savali for Tampa Bay. Now, Savali's had about 20 solid innings here this year with Tampa. He's got an ERA in the threes with the Rays, and he's walked only 2 batters. And in addition to winning 8 out of their last 10, the Rays as a team, they continue to pound the baseball away from the trot. They're averaging more hits a game on the road than any other team besides one. Of course, Yandy Diaz, big contributor to that. He's got the 5th highest batting average in the majors, 7th highest OPS. Meanwhile, Isaac Paredes leads the roster in home runs and RBI. They're facing an 11-loss Sandy Alcantara, who's got an ERA of 4.16. And as good as the Marlins hit the baseball, they actually can't convert those base runners into runs. Miami's a bottom 5 run-producing lineup. Now, as a team, the Fish are just 3-7 in their last 10 ball games. And ironically, 7 out of those 10 contests all stayed under the total. Now, on the other side of things, actually, the Marlins also went 6-3 to the under in their last 9 Alcantara starts. So with all that in mind, give me Tampa Bay plus $1 under 7.5. Next ball game I have for you, it is going to be White Sox at the Orioles, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Baltimore's minus 230, totals 9 runs. Dean Kramer for Baltimore, Jesse Schultens for Chicago. Now, Schultens is just 1-6 with an ERA in the 4s. The White Sox have also got themselves one of the worst hitting lineups in the American League. They're actually a bottom 5 run-producing team in the AL right now. They're facing a 12-win Dean Kramer on the bump for Baltimore. He's got a whole bunch of strikeouts. The righties fanned 129 batters, and he also boasts a 12-5 record. Meanwhile, at the plate, the O's are a top 10 run-producing lineup. Gunnar Henderson's touched home plate 75 times this year. That is a team best. Meanwhile, Ryan O'Hearn's batting .300 on the dot. The O's have gone 8-2 straight up in their last 10 ball games as an organization. 5 out of Baltimore's last 7 at Camden Yards did stay under the total. They've also held Chicago to under 3.3 runs a game in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Give me Baltimore minus 1.5, under 9. Next contest, Nats, Blue Jays, 7:07 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus $2, totals 8.5. Jose Barrios for Toronto, Mackenzie Gore for Washington. Gore's got double-digit losses on the season with an ERA of 4.38. These Nats pitchers have collectively had a tough time keeping runners off the base paths. They're allowing 9.1 hits a game. Of course, the Blue Jays have a top 5 hit-producing lineup in the American League. Vlad Guerrero's the team leader in home runs and RBI. George Springer scored the most runs on the roster. Now, injury-wise, Bo Bichette's banged up a little bit with a quad. Keep an eye on him. When it comes to the total, Toronto's gone 14-7 to the under in their interleague home games. They also saw the under cash in their last 10 straight Barrios starts. Give me Toronto minus 1.5, under 8.5. Next contest I have for you, it is going to be Astros at the Red Sox, 7:10 p.m. East. Boston's $1.25, totals 10 runs. Brian Bayo for Boston, J.P. France for Houston. Now, France is just 1 win shy of double digits for the season. He's currently 9-5 with an ERA of 3.51. And these Astros pitchers, they've been really good away from Minute Maid Park, pitching very well on the road this year. They're actually allowing fewer runs a game on the road than any other team except for one. And of course, at the plate, when it comes to offensive production, the Astros are a top 3 run-producing lineup on the road in the American League. Definitely getting the job done at the dish. Of course, Kyle Tucker, he's got 139 hits on the year. He's also got the most RBI in the American League right now, leading the AL in ribbies. Jose Altuve, he bats a team-high 322. And in their last 10 gatherings with Boston, the Astros have averaged over 5.7 runs a game. Of course, they're facing Brian Bayo, and although he's looked good this year, the Bo Sox typically pitch bad at Fenway. These guys are in the bottom 5 in hits allowed per game at home. And in their last 10 gatherings with Houston, they allowed nearly 11 hits a game on average. Now, total-wise, the Red Sox have seen nothing but overs over, the past 2 weeks? I can't remember an under, at least over the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I can't remember a time where it didn't go over. Lots of overs for the Bo Sox recently. Meanwhile, Houston's a staggering 9-1 of the over in their last 10 themselves. Give me Houston plus 105 over 10. Next ball game I have for you, it is going to be Rangers Mets, 7:10 p.m. East. Texas is minus $1.25, totals 8.5. Andrew Heaney for Texas, Jose Quintana for New York. Now, Quintana's just 1-5 with a 1.39 whip. Really hasn't thrown well. And even if he does have a good showing, probably not going to get the run support he needs. The Mets have had all kinds of issues hitting at Citi Field. These guys average just 7.2 hits a game in Flushing, Queens. They also have to face a 9-win Andrew Heaney, who's punched out 127 batters. Once again, guys, after just a couple of games to turn things around, we're looking at a Rangers club who are once again leading the majors in hits per game. They were leading, the league in that category for most of the season. Kind of lost that last week. Well, now they're once again leading the major leagues in hits per game. Corey Seager bats .346 with an OPS in the thousands. Marcus Semion's the team leader in hits. The Rangers are 62% to the under in their interleague road games. Meanwhile, the Mets went 8-2 to the under in their last 10. Give me the Rangers minus $1.25, under 8.5. Next matchup, it is going to be Guardians at the Twins, 7:40 p.m. East. Minnesota's minus $1.65, totals 8 runs. Pablo Lopez for the Twins, Gavin Williams for Cleveland. Now, Williams has been really unproductive recently for the Guardians. Cleveland actually took the loss in their last 5 straight Gavin Williams starts. And when it comes to offensive production, the Guardians scored only 11 total runs during that time frame. And I'll tell you what, that's not overly surprising. The Guardians are a bottom 5 run-producing team in the major leagues. Now, they're facing Pablo Lopez on the other side of things, who continues to rack up the strikeouts. As a matter of fact, the righty's just 9 strikeouts shy of 200 for the year. And speaking of this Minnesota pitching staff, well, the Twins strike out more batters per 9 than any other team in baseball. 7 out of the Twins' last 10 ball games fell under the total. In addition to that, they also held the Guardians to just 3.5 runs a game in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. Give me Minnesota minus 165, under 8. Next matchup I have for you, it is going to be Padres at the Cardinals, 7:45 Eastern first pitch. San Diego's minus $1.50, totals 9. Seth Lugo for San Diego, Zach Thompson for St. Louis. Thompson comes into today's game with an ERA in the 3s, and he's averaged well over a strikeout an inning. Now, when it comes to offensive production, the Redbirds love hitting the baseball at Busch Stadium. They're actually in the top 5 in the bigs in hits per 9 at home. Paul Goldschmidt's got 139 base knocks on the year. Nolan Arenado, he's 9th in the bigs right now in RBI. Now, they're facing a Padres club on the other side of things who doesn't like the win for Seth Lugo. The righty's just 5-6 on the year, despite some really good outings. And, of course, most of that is due to some really bad plate appearances by San Diego. These guys have consistently really not been good at the plate this year. They are in the bottom 5 in the National League in hits per game. If they didn't walk so much, they would never have any base runners. Now, oddly enough, 3 out of San Diego's last 4 road games did get over the posted total. Give me the Cardinals plus 1.5, over 9. Next matchup, little divisional contest here. Brewers at the Cubs, 8:05 East. Chicago's minus $1.30, total 7 runs. Justin Steele for Chicago, Corbin Burns for Milwaukee. Now, this ballgame is being featured as my daily consensus poll on my premium page. So if you want to see whether the Brock Page Nation likes Corbin Burns and the Brewers, or if they like the Cubbies at Wrigley Field, you may want to think about signing up for my daily consensus poll on my premium page. The math works out to be just 11 cents a day if you sign up for that membership here today over the course of the next 30 days. And once again, if you sign up for that package here today, you're going to get access to that poll every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to my daily best play and my extra daily pick every single day during that time frame. Absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. But as far as making a free pick is concerned for this ball game here, I got no free pick for you. Next matchup, Pirates-Royals, 8:10 p.m. East. Kansas City's minus $1.55, heavily favored at Kauffman Stadium, totals 9 runs. Cole Reagans for Kansas City, Luis Ortiz for Pittsburgh. And even though Ortiz's numbers stink, the Pirates have won for the guy lately. They've gotten the job done when he makes the start. They actually got the W in 3 out of their last 4 Luis Ortiz starts. The Pirates are also coming fresh off a 5-0 shutout of Kansas City just last night. And as I said yesterday, the Pirates do tend to pitch well on the road for the most part. They're in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts per 9 while traveling. They're taking on an anemic Royals lineup who can't score for shit. You know, I said that Detroit can't hit for shit. Well, the Royals can't score for shit. These guys are a bottom 3 run-producing team. They are currently on a 4-game skid, and they also took the loss in 8 out of their last 9. And if you think Cole Reagans can keep him in this one, well, just a friendly reminder that even though his overall ERA is good, well, Reagans has an ERA dangerously close to 6 in his short time with Kansas City. So not very good in KC. Now, total-wise, the Pirates are going 13-8 to the under against American League opponents on the road. Good for 62% in that particular category. Give me Pittsburgh plus 1.5, under 9. Next contest, Braves-Rockies, 8:40 p.m. East. Atlanta's minus 260, totals 12. Charlie Morton for Atlanta, Peter Lambert for Colorado. Now, Lambert's just 3-4 in the year with an ERA close to 5. And shockingly, these Colorado pitchers have allowed 10.7 runs a game on average at Coors Field. That's obviously a league worst, and they're unfortunately facing an Atlanta lineup who averages more hits per game on the road than any other lineup in the league. And a lot of that is thanks to guys like Ronald Acuna, who's got the 4th highest batting average in baseball. He's also got the 5th highest OPS. Meanwhile, Matt Olson's got more RBI than any other player in the bigs. And if for some reason the Braves can't hit in the high altitude, starting pitcher Charlie Morton's more than capable of keeping these guys in the ball game here. The righty's got 13 big wins on the year and a good amount of strikeouts. He's got an ERA of 3.37. 3 out of Atlanta's last 4 road games did get over the total. Meanwhile, Colorado went 8-2 to the over in their last 10. Give me the Braves minus 1.5, over 12. Next contest, A's Mariners, 9:40 p.m. East. Seattle's minus 295, totals 8 runs. George Kirby for Seattle, Ken Waldichuk for Oakland. And out of 110 innings, the lefty Waldichuk's recorded only 2 wins. Waldy's currently 2-7 with an ERA in the 6s. The A's also have the worst record in baseball, and they score the fewest amount of runs. And we'll probably see more of the same here today because they've got to face righty George Kirby. That is not going to be an easy task. Kirby's got double-digit wins on the year with an ERA of 3.28 for the Mariners. He's also punched out 142 batters along with a 1.03 whip. Now, these Mariners pitchers, they've had pinpoint precision on the bump this year. Not a lot of free passes. They're actually walking fewer batters per contest than any other staff in the majors. Seattle went 6-3 to the under in their last 9 Kirby starts. Meanwhile, Oakland saw 3 out of their last 5 road games stay under the total themselves. Give me the Mariners minus 1.5, under 8. Next matchup, it is going to be Reds at the Giants, 9:45 East. San Francisco's minus $1.65, totals 8 runs. Alex Cobb for San Francisco, Brandon Williamson for Cincinnati. And even though Williamson has a winning record, the Reds have played really bad for the guy lately. They actually took the loss in 4 out of their last 5 Williamson starts. Meanwhile, as a team, the Reds took the loss in 4 out of their last 5 ball games as an organization. And in addition to that, their pitchers are currently in the bottom 5 in the league in hits allowed while traveling. Really struggling away from home this season. Now they're facing a Giants club on the other side of things who got the W in 3 out of their last 5. Victories over the likes of the Reds, Braves, and Phillies during that stretch. And pitching-wise, the Giants have been tough to hit against at home. They're walking just 2.4 batters a game at Oracle Park, and they're also in the top 10 in fewest runs allowed in their own ballpark. Now, of course, starting pitcher Alex Cobb, he's been a big contributor to that. He's got an ERA that's very good. It's in the 3s. He's also punched out 117 hitters. Now, the Giants have seen 63% of their contests at Oracle Park stay under the total. Meanwhile, Cincinnati saw their last 4 straight Williamson starts all stay under the number themselves. Give me San Francisco minus 165, under 8. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It's going to be in that Diamondbacks-Dodgers game. That'll be a 10:10 Eastern first pitch in Los Angeles. The Dodgers are the $2 favorite at home, totals 8 runs. Clayton Kershaw for Los Angeles, Merrill Kelly for Arizona. And even though Kelly's been good, the D-backs did lose 5 out of their last 8 ball games where Kelly made the start. Now, these Arizona pitchers do tend to struggle on the road. They're in the bottom 5 in the National League in runs allowed per game while traveling. And unfortunately for them, they're facing a Dodger club who scores an awful lot. These guys average more runs a game than any other franchise besides Atlanta. Freddie Freeman, he's got a staggering 176 hits on the year, 3rd highest batting average in the bigs. Meanwhile, Mookie Betts is in the top 5 in home runs, RBI, and OPS himself. Now, the Dodgers are also in good hands with starting pitcher Clayton Kershaw on the bump. He continues to throw well this year. Very difficult to go up against. The lefties 11-4 with an ERA of 2.52. Now, the Dodgers went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Arizona saw 3 out of their last 4 road games get over the total themselves. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8. And with that, folks, we're going to go ahead and jump into our quick pick recap. Give me the Phillies minus 165, over 9.5. Yankees plus $1, under 8.5 runs. Tampa Bay Rays plus $1, under 7.5. I'm 3-0. My last 3 $1.99 daily best plays on my premium page. And the good news is I have another daily best play going off here today. The link is in my bio. Baltimore minus 1.5, under 9. Toronto minus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. Astros plus 105, over 10. Rangers minus $1.25, under 8.5. Twins minus 165, under 8. Cardinals plus 1.5, over 9. I have no free pick available for you in the Brewers-Cubs game. Pirates plus 1.5, under 9 runs. Braves minus 1.5, over 12. Mariners minus 1.5, under 8. Giants minus 165, under 8 runs. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, over 8 runs. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, once again, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, guys, you also get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman Package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube, Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.